The truth sets you free. With the world's fastest reader, Howard Stephen Berg. Hey everyone, Howard Berg, world's fastest reader. Welcome to another show. We have a wonderful guest today. It's actually a friend of mine. And I have some interesting learning strategies to share with you as well. But first, let's thank Dr. Sugg, my sponsor at Wheatland Dental. As always, he's the best dentist I know. He actually was the first dentist inducted into the Sleep Apnea Hall of Fame. That's a pretty big deal. He was invited by the UN to speak on sleep apnea as a dentist. There was only one dentist in the country that was invited to do that. He's the dentist for the NFL Players Association. This man, that's Eric Dickinson, that's one of his clients. I know he works with a lot of the Cowboys, and he's got pictures plastered all over his office. He's just an amazing, what's his name? The guy who played Moses on the Ten Commandments. Charlton Heston. He worked with Charlton Heston. He's got a picture of himself with Charlton Heston. It's just an amazing dentist. So if you need any dental work at all, and you're looking for someone who works 14 to 16 hours a day, 6 days a week for 40 years, kind of learn how to do something after that, this is your man, Dr. Harry Sugg. And I personally use him, and my wife, who's terrified of dentists, it's the only one she'll go to, Dr. Sugg. With that, I'd like to give a quick lesson. I was trying to think of something that might be fun today, and one of the fastest ways to get smarter is to ask different questions. A lot of times, if you ask someone if they are studying, they'll say yes, and you'll find out they really aren't learning. They're asking the wrong questions, like, why do I have to learn this? It's so stupid. It's so. Have you ever seen that? I hate math. I don't want to do this. Why do I have to learn science? Languages are dumb. And what you're really telling your brain is, I don't want to learn. And your brain hears it and says, fine, let's not learn then. So you put in all that effort, all that work, and what do you get? Nothing. Imagine instead of saying, why do I have to learn it? Instead say, how can I learn this faster? What would happen? Your brain would look for a way to learn it faster so you can actually get what you want done. I'm going to give you one more strategy, very important. The best question you could ever ask in business is, what's the next best thing I can do now? Things happen. Everyone who's in business, anyone who has a job, things happen. Life happens, and it isn't always fun. And if you sit around thinking, why is this happening to me? This isn't fair. I don't like this. What do you get? You get more depressed and more upset. What if you ask, what's the next best thing I could do now? What does your brain look at? Looks at where you want to be, and it looks at where you are. And what does it do? It builds the bridge from where you are to where you want to be. And speaking of building bridges, I got a wonderful guest today, Jeff Stein, who's a professional speaker, and he owns, he has his own company. It's the Speaker Co-op, is it right?
That's correct.
And I actually joined it.
And it's Jeff Klein.
It says Jeff Klein. What did I say?
You said Stein.
Oh.
Klein, Stein, fine,
so,
whatever.
Well, I apologize. You know. Berg, hot Berg, whatever, iceberg. So let me give you a quick introduction for Jeff. Since 2004, he's spoken in front of over 600 audiences, in front of tens of thousands of business professionals. He's also a coach. He helps other speakers get better. He's a recognized expert on the importance of words we use when we talk about our businesses. He has a proven track record of brainstorming initiatives, finding leads, tracking referrals, making presentations, facilitating negotiations, spearheading projects, and closing deals. I have to take a breath. Okay, Jeff spent 12 years working in the motion picture and TV industry as a prop master and art director. That's unusual. I haven't met anyone who's done that. He was the executive director of the Texas Association of Media Motion Professionals and has served on both charity and association boards and spent time working for the Texas Rangers and Dallas Stars. That must have been fun.
It was fun.
Jeff is the founder of the Speaker Co-op, a cooperative community of business professional speakers, over 1,200 members. I'm one of them. And when he's not working, you'll find him talking about movies, playing poker, or being the most awesome uncle in the world. And ladies, he's single. So that's So, Jeff, thank you for coming.
Glad to be here, Howard. Thanks for having
It's a
me.
great introduction. Let's talk a little more about the speaker co-op and what you do with the speakers and how it works.
Okay, well, what I'd like to do first is you started with a couple of tips, and this piece of paper is a tip that I offer to speakers.
Okay.
Because too many speakers don't have a good introduction.
Excellent.
They hand the person their phone and say, here, read my bio off my webpage, or here, read my bio off the back of my book, or what have you. And as a speaker, we want to be very diligent about our strategy. And the introduction is a different strategy than the bio. So your biography goes to your client, and they put it in their newsletter, and it goes out to all their people. And that's one of the incentives for them to show up at that particular meeting, right? Because people decide if they're going to go to that lunch that month based on a lot of different factors, and one is, are they interested in the topic?
Who are you and why should I listen to you?
Exactly. And so your bio helps with that. Your bio explains those things. Why should I come listen to you? Then the introduction, they're already in the room. So the introduction sets the stage for them to learn, as you were saying. It sets the stage for them to learn. It makes sure that they understand that you're the expert and what kind of expert. And it also gives a little personal insight, like I'm the most awesome uncle in the world.
And there's some credibility there. You're creating excitement. I always thought, this is just me, but I always thought the bio and even the intro in some way shouldn't be about you, but how you can help them.
That's right.
So I often will say, so I've helped these kids learn college skills at 11, and I'm here to help you do the same. So I'm still talking about what I do, but through their lens. And people are really interested in what?
In themselves.
And what's in it for me.
Yeah.
And so the bio really should be why you need to listen to me, because this is what I can do and this is what I've done. And is that how you teach it?
Right, and then the intro sets the stage for them to learn from you and potentially become your customer.
Even more important, because that's what speakers are there for. They're not just there to speak, they're there to make contact.
Well, and what we've established through Speaker Co-op, and we're just celebrating our 11th birthday, our 11th anniversary here this month.
11 years?
11 years.
That's a long time.
Oh, yeah. It's been a lot of fun. It's been an interesting journey.
Okay.
And what we've established is the phrase business speaking.
I like that.
You know, because we all know what a public speaker is, motivational speaker, what have you. But a business speaker, people don't necessarily realize what we're talking about. And the key difference is public speaker is a job title, and business speaker is not. So as a business speaker, you are a coach, a trainer, an author even, an accountant, an attorney.
Own a business.
An engineer, an architect, what have you, and that's your job title. And you're a business speaker because you speak as the primary way or one of the ways you market your business.
I like that. And I think that's one of the fastest ways to grow a business is to get in front of potential clients. And
one to many.
One to many always works. And one of the things in business I always like is the pyramid. You could try going one-on-one and meet people, or you can go where the people are already there and pulling the herd.
And just the fact that you're in front of the room gives you credibility as the expert.
Excellent.
You know, a lot of people spend the first 5 minutes of their talk justifying why they're there and talking about their background and their history and why we should trust them. That's a waste of your time and your audience's time. Start giving a lesson like you did today. Right away, give a lesson on the front end.
Value.
Give some value. Exactly.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't believe in selling. I make a lot of money as a speaker, but I don't sell. I give value. And at the end, people are like, look what he gave away for free.
Right.
And he has all these great resources, and he's guaranteeing them and giving us his cell phone number to have us call if we need help. We have nothing to lose, and we already know it works. And that's how you sell.
Yeah.
That's I think.
Well, it goes back to one of my favorite quotes, which happens to be a Ziegler quote. If you give enough other people what they want, you'll get what you want. And as speakers and trainers, that's what we're doing. We're giving people what they want. And like you were talking earlier, the more you can talk about it as from their point of view, how their life becomes better, the more you're going to be able to get through the filters people have where they don't want to shop, they don't want to buy.
So a lot of people watching may say, well, I'm not a speaker. That's fine. That's why Jeff's here. You're not a speaker, but you have a job. You work for a company or you own the company. And speaking can be a wonderful way to grow your business, grow your position in the company, bringing in more clients, more prospects, people who actually want and need your services. When you think of how much advertising costs today, it's really expensive. And here you have the opportunity to get right in front of them with someone like Jeff. So what do you do with these people? Can you give me a little, you mentioned talked about the introduction, you talked about the bio. What do you offer to these people that are green?
You bet. Through Speaker Co-op, we offer education. The two primary things we offer at Speaker Co-op are education and promotion. So we offer ways to promote yourself as a business speaker through our website at speakercoop.com. And we have 700 to 1,000 people every month come to that website looking for speakers. And then secondarily, we offer education. So there's all kinds of free audios and free downloads, including a tool I created on writing your own introduction.
Nice.
It's actually a document that you download and you go through the exercise and you come out the other end with a powerful introduction. Nice. And then there's audios there. We have our letter of agreement there, which we try to encourage people to have a letter of agreement when they speak. So
it's like a contract.
Exactly. Everybody knows what's expected. And then we have different levels of membership. Some of the levels get more promotion.
Why don't we talk about them?
Okay.
What are the levels and what do they do?
The primary levels are the platform and the spotlight and the booking.
Okay.
Platform is an easy entry, $10 a month or $99 a year. Membership.
Nothing.
Yeah. I mean, $8 a month is what it comes to if you pay annually. And that membership gets you a profile on the website.
Okay.
So your picture and your topics and your bio, and it's all searchable with links back to your stuff.
Are you getting good traction? Are people getting good
Oh,
traction?
yeah, absolutely. Well, and again, 700 to 1,000 people come to look for speakers.
Okay.
And we have the topics broken up into different categories.
So it makes it easy to find what you're looking for.
Right. So you can just go to the leadership section or go to the sales section, or you can also just type in a keyword to find the speakers for your next meeting.
Okay.
And at that level, you get that level of promotion, you get a little bit of education, and there's some other benefits like discounts on our programs.
I would also think as a speaker, if you could see the topics people are searching for, it would give you some insight as to what you should categorize your presentation to fit the needs of the people.
And you can see how people are being clever about their topic titles. Because just saying sales or just saying networking isn't going to get you the same bookings if you have a clever title like Sell Like a Champ.
Or I've made $65 million as an info marketer, and so can you.
Yeah.
But that would be a lot more interesting.
Right. Yeah. Well, that you don't want to make too big a claim.
I've done it.
No, I know you have. I'm just saying that.
But that's going to grab attention versus how to be an info marketer.
Right. Right.
It's a hook.
Yeah. Exactly. And that's what it's all about.
Cool. So what's the second level?
Well, we also have a resource membership for people who provide services or speakers. And that's the same as the platform. It's at $99 a year.
And what do they do?
They get a page for their business, and then they also get listing on we have a separate resource page.
Can you tell me more about what kind of resources are we talking about?
Like social media people, websites, speaking instructors. People actually teach your voice and modulation and all that kind of stuff. People who teach the strategy of speaking, similar to what I teach. Because we're a co-op, we don't have any non-compete issues.
Right.
So there are members and advertisers on our website who do exactly what I do, and I'm fine with that.
Because it's a niche, and they'll probably go to more than one coach anyway.
Well, and not everybody's a fit for everybody else.
That's true.
So I'm fine with that.
Right.
And that's, again, we maintain the cooperative model.
Nice. I like that.
Yeah. And so it's and that's one of the reasons people come to the website is to find resources.
And the third?
The Spotlight membership is sort of our for more established people, and we offer a higher level of promotion. So they get everything the platform members get, but then they also get the opportunity to speak to our community through our monthly phone calls and things like that. They get to participate in a mastermind once a month with other people at their level. And we offer them the opportunity that if they're doing events, we'll put their events on our meetup.
Oh, very nice.
And reach out to our several thousand people that we have access to.
And you also do bookings, because I know you've done some.
Right. Well, and you're a booking member, and that's
Okay.
that's the invitation only level of membership.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Right. Yeah.
Well, thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, it's my pleasure to be working with you. Our booking program offers first education and strategy. You know, a lot of people come to me and they're not where you are. They haven't been speaking for years and doing the work you've done. They're a business owner. They're an architect. Doctor. And he wants to get in front of more people because he knows, again, the more people he can get in front of, the more people will come and become clients.
Right.
But they won't become clients if he just goes and talks about and brags about himself for 20 minutes at the Rotary. You have to have a strategy.
So many people do that.
Exactly.
So
I help figure out what's a good topic to give value so that then people will be attracted to do business with you.
interesting.
And it doesn't even have to be exactly what you do. There's a local financial advisor who wrote a book on the leadership styles of Julius Caesar.
Really?
Because nobody's going to book him to speak about financial advisors.
Because there's so many.
Yeah. And so I help figure that stuff out. I've got a good brain for the strategy. I have a story that I created about Susie. Okay, Susie owns a landscaping company. So as a landscaper, tree service, even more niched.
Yes.
So the tree service has certain limitations. When it's raining, they may or may not be able to work. When it's snowing, they're not going to be working. They have a geographic area that they're limited to based on their crews and things like that, infrastructure. Well, Susie can go speak to the Rotary, but she's not going to speak about having a tree service.
Right.
What topic can she create that relates to what she does but is applicable for business people? So what if Susie creates a topic about having a green office, being sustainable in your business, promoting recycling and things like that?
Nice.
So she can go and get a little bit of education so it relates to her tree service. She can teach people how to create a green office.
Right. And
you can steal this idea. This is not proprietary in any way.
Right.
If you're a tree service or a landscaper watching, please steal this idea. It works. So she'll go to the Rotary and she'll teach them about sustainability, and she'll have a handout based on her talk, and on the back of the handout will be an ad for her tree service. So some people will become clients of the tree service that way. But then she can also add streams of revenue that she never would have considered before. So she can go interview some people in the community who work on sustainability, and she can sell those interviews as a $20 audio.
Yes.
She can do workshops to help people create green offices. And she can even create like a survey where she comes to your office and gives you a green audit.
Nice. So now when it's snowing out, she still has a viable.
Getting paid.
Right.
And she can do those last two products, not the office one, but the audio, and she can write a book, and those have no borders.
Is this
so
a
she can
real
have clients all over the world. No,
person?
this is an example story that I wrote.
Okay.
So but it follows the path that I personally took.
It's an avatar.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, and it follows the path that I took from being an advertising agency owner to the owner of Speaker Co-op and being a speaker myself.
Interesting.
So it's my path.
Do you coach people on getting a book done or creating a product?
Mm-hmm.
You do?
You bet. Usually it's part of the overall program, but I also offer a Pick Jeff's Brain program where you can just pay me to have coffee and we'll sit down and whatever you want to work on, we'll work on.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, so that's available on the website.
Okay. And I think, is the website on? Oh,
there it is,
there
speakercoop.com.
There it is. Perfect.
So
please consider going to the website, see what's there. You might be surprised at some of your latent abilities to be a public speaker. I know they say public speaking is a bigger fear for most people than death. More people would rather be in the coffin than doing the eulogy.
That's the Jerry Seinfeld joke, right? Yeah.
And I never got that. I was always on stage. I started singing when I was like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
So I was like, why aren't I on stage? I never understood that was something people. The first time I really became aware of it, I was on a radio show in New York. They asked if there was anyone else who did it. My wife was in the next room. I said, my wife's in the next room. So they put her on the radio. And when we got off the show, she said, if you ever do that to me again, I'll leave you. And I said, are you kidding? I thought she'd be so excited.
Absolutely.
I shared the spotlight. I offered to bring her on this show. She's shy. And it never dawned on me because it seems like so normal.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think my first play was 4th grade with a speaking part or whatever. Yeah. So, and my first speech was at my bar mitzvah.
Okay.
We have to do a speech.
Yes. Yes, you do.
So that was my first speech at 13.
And you were comfortable.
I was. Well, that was a different kind of nervous.
I understand.
You know, because it was everybody I knew.
Right.
And for some of us, and it doesn't matter to me anymore, but when I first started doing this, and 12 years ago when I first started speaking, I was much more comfortable in front of a room full of strangers than a room full of friends.
I had that too.
Yeah.
If I go to a party, I didn't know what to talk about. You put me in an audience, and I have a topic, and I'm good at my topic.
Yeah.
I know my topic, so it's kind of interesting. My wife's better with the friends.
Right.
She's the one out there gabbing and talking and sharing, and I'm like silent. It's kind of funny how that works.
Well, and my path to speaking was through teaching business networking and teaching the 30-second elevator pitch.
When we talk about what that is, I don't know if everyone knows what that is. I know what it is.
Of course. Well, it started at IBM when they used to make the salespeople tell the executives what they did on the way up in the elevator. That's why it became the elevator pitch.
I did not know that.
Oh, yeah. They would drill the salespeople. But what it is that when you go to a Chamber of Commerce, when you go to a networking meeting, some Rotaries do this occasionally, people ask you to get up and tell us what you do. Tell us your business. And it's usually in 30 seconds, and usually it doesn't accomplish anything. But the way I teach it, it does. So instead of just getting up and wasting everybody's 30 seconds, if you do it my way, you'll get results out of it.
Well, give me your elevator.
You know, a 30. Let's see. Well, it's okay. I'll do the one for Speaker Co-op.
Please.
The two best ways to promote your business as a cost-effective measure are business speaking and business networking. When it comes to business speaking, you want to be the person in front of the room acknowledged as the expert, so that people come to you with their questions even well after you've spoken. For the last 12 years, I've been teaching people how to say what they do so other people care. And the way we do that is through business speaking. My name is Jeff Klein with Speaker Co-op. If you would like to talk more about that, let's schedule an appointment and we can meet.
And I'll do one too.
Go ahead.
I'm Howard Berg, world's fastest reader. I help people double the rate at which they learn because information doubles every 6 months. So you can make more money, be more productive, and have more time. So your kids can graduate school and seniors can stay mentally fit. And if you'd like to reach me, it's 214-952-9150 for a free consultation, or go to hbspeedreading.com. Howard Berg, world's fastest reader.
There you go. And there's a message with what I'm doing is I usually, the people who've seen me do this obviously, almost always end the commercial with, please write the name of the person I just asked to meet on your business card and pass it to me, which ends in a call to action, because we always want advertising to end in a call to action. I did this one a little bit differently, obviously, because of the format. But usually, the big lesson for 30-second commercial, and this is something for you to take away, is ask for an introduction to one job title that will help you in your business.
Nice.
So, for me, I want to meet business coaches. I want to meet business bankers. I want to meet business accountants, people who are helping their clients figure out their advertising budget, their marketing budget, and their
this could be part of it because
strategies.
they can actually pass along what you're doing to their clients.
That's right.
So now you're not just booking a single person, but
Right.
you're getting into a network.
Yeah, so by asking for a business coach, for example, I'm talking to somebody who has potential clients that they're already working with.
Right.
And I have clients who need business coaches, so we can help each other.
Exactly. It's symbiotic.
Yeah. And so we're all the way full circle back into the what's in it for me.
Always. And I actually worked with Zig. I was very fortunate. The first year I was a professional speaker, he asked me to speak on his stage.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And I didn't know who he was. They said, do you want to work with Zig Ziglar? I said, who's that? They said, he sells stuff and you'll sell stuff too. So I went to the workshop and he sold 800 programs. And Dan Kennedy sold 800 programs. They said, now it's your turn. And the guy leans over and he says, did you see how much stuff they sold? I said, yeah. He says, we need you to do that too. And I didn't know. I said, okay. These are the 2 best salesmen in the world.
Yeah.
It was being thrown in the deep end of the pool without a ring.
How'd you do?
400 programs.
There you go. You know what? If you can live your life half as well as Dan Kennedy and Zig Ziglar, you're going to do okay.
Good people. Good people.
Yeah. And the thing about Zig is he was a speaker, but I believe he was a business speaker. I believe he was a business speaker, not a public speaker. Yes. Because he always sold stuff at the end of his talk. Always.
And he sold a lot of stuff.
Oh, yeah, a lot of stuff.
I mean, I remember seeing him.
I remember seeing him at Reunion Arena.
He's amazing.
And people were, running to the back, running to the aisles to get to this table.
You'd think he was giving it away.
Yeah. So that's great man, great for the whole speaking industry, but I believe he was a business speaker. Yeah.
So let's sum up a little about you and your service and how people can reach you. And is it possible for them to call and explore to see if you'd be a good fit?
Sure, yeah. People can make an appointment. I prefer to do appointments by email, which is either jeff@speakercoop.com, as you can see on the screen, and then we can schedule some time. Just make sure that the subject says I'd like to visit with you, or something that doesn't look like, spam or something. But because I'm always welcome to spend 20 minutes on the phone with somebody to see if we're a fit. One of the other things that we do is we have monthly meetings. We have a monthly lunch and learn.
Okay.
Every 3rd Friday in Dallas, and every 2nd Friday in Houston.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, we have a monthly lunch and learn where we have a speaker come in, give education. You learn about Speaker Co-op. You learn about business speaking, and there's never a pressure to become a member. You can attend Speaker Co-op meetings for the rest of your life without joining. We're going to ask you to become a member, but we're not going to make you become a member to come to lunch.
Excellent. Well, your information's on the screen. I'd like you to check it out, write it down, see if it's a good fit for you. Maybe you know someone else who could benefit from knowing Jeff. So please share this information with the people you care about. And speaking of people being cared about, I care about you, and I would like to extend to you the same opportunity to reach me for a free consultation at 214-952-9150. I prefer a text to an email because it gets my attention more. I get about 600 emails a day, and I don't get thank God I don't get 600 texts, but I do get text, and I'm here to help. Let me know what I can do to help your kids finish school, help your companies make more money, help the seniors in your life stay mentally fit as they grow older. If you go to HBspeedreading.com, you'll find a lot of my resources and tools available that you can make use of immediately. And I always give out my cell phone if you need my personal assistance. I don't want to sell you a program. I want to sell you a solution. And I want to make sure that solution works, and I back it up with free help. I will make sure you learn what you paid for, or I'll give you your money back so you don't risk anything by doing that. And it's the time of year when a lot of people are making resolutions and trying to make a better year for themselves. It's not just what you plan, but the information you use to fulfill that plan. And when you learn 100% faster and you have a mentor who's read 30,000 books helping you, your success is a lot more likely to take place. Well, I see we're almost out of time. I want to wish everyone a wonderful, happy New Year. And I want to thank you all for coming. Till next time, best of success. The truth sets you free. With the world's fastest reader, Howard Stephen Berg.